I thought for such a long time that the idea of succeeding was really just trying hard enough or like bettering your circumstances. And to a degree, it is. But it also then comes to the realization that everything around you is a spirit or has energy or whatever. Everything is responding, but in a way, too, you have to almost like ask it to respond to you. You can't just force it to happen, you can't force the flow to go, but you can influence it because you are a co creator. You can always ask. I think that's something we always forget, and I always get told about it again and again on my journey, and it always comes up again and again, and so I'm sharing it with you too. um, when you have this moment of like, oh, everything feels so hopeless or blah blah blah, like seriously, just out loud, for whatever you believe in, or even if you don't believe in it, say out loud what it is that you want or what it is that you need. And really, like, don't have the expectation of it coming to you, but be willing and be open and be that vulnerable state of like, okay, I'm willing to listen. Because when we're literally going around and we're trying to like force things to happen for us and we want it, and then we feel so frustrated that nothing's going our way, instead of trying to fight that, we really do need to settle into that idea of what is this trying to teach me? Because there is some sort of curriculum that has to be processed before you could do what you want to do. And it's not a punishment, it's preparation. If you weren't to be going through what you're going through, then you wouldn't be ready to get the thing that you want later. It's literally all just there to support you. And in that way, that people are like, oh, it sucks, I don't like this thing. Yeah, but like, you needed to learn it because either you chose it or like it needed to happen in that specific way for that thing to happen. And it's like, if you can take a moment and step back from yourself and not have this idea of like, oh, everything should be going for me, and it's like, yeah, it is, but not everything is supposed to be positive. Like, in the universal sense, everything is neutral, until you're giving it that meaning. The only reason why it feels like it sucks so much is because you're not giving yourself the room to accept yourself. Everything around you is you, right? So if you start accepting yourself, accepting your situation, and not in a defeatist way, not giving up hope, but saying, you know what? I'm here, I'm gonna allow myself to be here and see what this is trying to teach me. See what is the greater benefit for me. Because 244, as I say this, if you can figure out what your like life goal is, or like what you want to have for experiences, or the main feelings you want to feel for your life, focus in on that, and then be willing and open to the opportunities, even if they're uncomfortable, even if something gives you anxiety, even if you're like, god, I'm so terrified, I can't do this. It's like, yeah, but do you feel like you need to, or do you feel like you should? Or not in a way of should from other people, but like, this is what I would do to do this. And even if I don't feel like this version of me now, it's going to be uncomfortable at first. Putting on a new pair of shoes, you need to rake them in. They're not just going to feel great immediately. You might get a few blisters at first, and then you got to, patch yourself up. But guess what? Then those shoes are for you. We always have this idea that our life was made for us. But the thing is, we are making our life. We are the creation and the creator kind of deal. Like in that way that I said in the other video, the 3D printing stuff. You're creating these things around you in these circumstances, and it was all in the plan, right? You're the one that created the 3D print, and then you're also the 3D print itself, and you're also the machine itself, and you are the braces. Like, you're everything, right? In that way of just that maybe easier way to realize all consciousness, all things, everything together is you, right? And it's like, just because this version of your consciousness feels frustrated and cut off, you don't have to feel cut off. You can ask to connect. You can ask for help. You can ask for support. You can ask for certain things. And if it's willing, and like, if you're willing to work with them, they're willing to work with you. 433, as I say that, it's not supposed to be some grandeur scheme of to harm you. It's here to help you. It's literally a playground with like room service. Like, that's the best way I can say it. And it's like, but if it's not on the menu right now, how can they bring it to your room? You have to be willing and to see what they have ready. And it's, oh, well, this will be ready on this day. So be willing to work with what's available to you, but also persist for more. You can accept what is and still grow and want and thrive for more.